Here we have an iPad Pro 10.7 inch. 10.7. Here we have an iPad Pro 9.7 inch. It came in because it does not work. Customer mentioned a possibly damaged connector on the Flux cable of the screen, and he wants it fixed. The first thing we did was try our screen. We want to see if the problem is the screen or the tablet. We tried our screen and the tablet did power up. We did see the Apple logo and it booted up normally, but on the screen we had a backlight issue. We had dark and light spots on one side of the screen. The whole screen was good, but on this side we had the light and dark spots. We did a lot of videos on the backlight issues with iPad screens where we have dark spots on either side of the screen. So right now we are looking into two problems. A problem with possibly the connector on the Flux cable and a problem with the backlight circuit on this iPad. Now let's take a look at the screen first and see what damage we find. Right now, if we look at the LCD Flux cable of the screen, we have a digitizer connector, it looks good. Digitizer connector, it looks good. And the LCD connector, the 54-pin LCD connector, we see damage on the side here. Now this damage is possibly what made the screen not turn on, because I did try the customer screen and I was not able to get any image. However, I was able to get an image when we tried our screen. So we know that we have a problem with the screen. It could be the connector itself, or it could be that there's something wrong with the actual screen of the customer. This is a brand new screen and I see stamps on back of the LCD. So we know that the customer bought this, but it's not working. As far as the tablet itself, let me see if we can figure out the problem with the backlight circuit, because like I said, we have dark spots on one side of the screen, which is an indication that we have a problem with the backlight circuit. Let me go over those diodes, the backlight diodes, and make sure that they are testing good. Diode is testing good, and diode is testing good. We do not have any problems here. Let's look at the FEC connector. Now we do have a missing pin here. I do not know what that pin does or if it's redundant, because I did try our screen. Image came on and touch is working. So this may be, let me test. Meter in continuity mode. Or meter in diode mode. Let me test in diode mode. I did get a reading. I honestly do not know what this pin does. This pin may be connected, because I'm getting a reading when I'm testing from this end here, and I'm getting a reading from here. So the pin is possibly making a connection, but there's something that's covering up that pin. Look at this. And that's why our screen worked. Okay, so let's take a look and see what's going on under this cover here. Meter in continuity mode. And let me do a quick measurement from here to here, and blown. We have a blown filter. This one is good. So we do have a blown filter here. So we need to do two things. We need to fix the backlight issue on the board by replacing this filter, and we need to fix the connector on the screen Flux cable. Let's use our hot tweezers, and you can tell that this tweezer fell down and the tip is bent, but we should still be able to use it. Right there. I mean, I'm careful with my equipment, but sometimes accidents happen. This is the 1005 size, and this is the 201 size. Both of them are microscopic, but it's more difficult to work on the 1005 component, which is the smallest component on the board. this one here. Very good. So this part of the repair is complete. Now we have to replace the FTC connector on the screen. And for that flex cable, maybe we can try 260 degrees Celsius. We should be able to remove that connector with such low temperature. Right, so let's start by applying some leaded solder onto those pads. We're going to gently apply leaded solder just to make sure that all those pads, they have solder on them. And that's what happens when we do not have enough flux. And we have a connector right here, a brand new connector. And maybe I can try to secure one side of the connector, and then we're gonna apply hot air to reflow it down in place. Right, and I think we should be good. We can go over those pins. That's one side, and let's do the other side. We should be all good. And the soldering of the connector should be better than factory. I just want to make sure all three cables are connected properly. We're gonna disconnect the battery separator and let's see. Are we gonna get an image? I want a good clean image and not just an image. Right there. Right there. And look at this. The customer has an issue with his screen. So right now we did fix the flex connector, but look at this. The customer has an issue with his screen. The soldering that we did is from the flex cable that goes right here. The customer has damage on the screen right here. Now we were not able to test the customer screen when it came in because it was totally black. We fixed the problem by fixing the backlight issue and by also replacing the connector on the LCD screen. But unfortunately the customer has damage on his LCD. We're gonna let the customer know, and the customer can decide whether he want to keep the same screen or whether he wants us to install a new screen for him. But our job is done, and touch is working. Very good, very nice. So that's it, our job is done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.